In this video, we'll explore one of China's greatest fears. Here I am referring to the Malacca Dilemma. What is the Malacca Dilemma and how is China planning to deal with this issue? Let us look at the map to gain a deeper understanding of this issue. This narrow stretch of water that you can see is known as the Malacca Strait. It serves as a crucial link between the Indian Ocean and the Pacific Ocean. As one of the world's key shipping lanes, the Malacca Strait sees a significant portion of global trade passing through it. This is why the Malacca Strait is strategically very important. Over 80% of China's oil imports pass through the Malacca Strait. Because of this, the Malacca Strait is a critical choke point for China's economy. As you can see, the Malacca Strait is very narrow and congested, and that makes it susceptible to easy blockage in the event of a conflict. The blockade of Malacca Strait could paralyze China's economy by cutting off China's oil supply. This concern of China is commonly referred to as the Malacca Dilemma. Due to this fear, China wants to reduce its dependence on the Malacca Strait, as a blockade of the Malacca Strait would jeopardize China's energy security. At the same time, China is developing strategic partnerships with countries like Pakistan and Myanmar. It is attempting to establish alternative land routes for its oil imports, thereby reducing its dependence on the Malacca Strait. Essentially, China is aiming to diversify the sources of its oil imports. One of China's alternatives to this issue is CPEC, or China-Pakistan Economic Corridor. CPEC is a key component of China's ambitious Belt and Road Initiative. This corridor aims to link China's Kashgar with Pakistan's Gwadar port. Upon completion of this project, China will gain access to the northern Indian Ocean, providing an alternative route for its oil imports. Oil from Middle Eastern countries will arrive at Pakistan's Gwadar port on the Arabian Sea, and from there, it will be transported to China's western Xinjiang province via roads, railways, and pipelines. This route would prove to be more cost-effective for China due to lower transportation costs. In addition to CPEC, China has the option of utilizing the Northern Bay of Bengal route. This would allow China to access the Indian Ocean via the Chittagong and Mongla ports in Bangladesh. Myanmar's Kyaukphyu and Dawei ports can also connect China to the Indian Ocean. This southern Myanmar route is China's another alternative. China also harbors another ambitious plan to circumvent the Malacca Strait. If you look at the map, you will notice a thin strip of land. It connects Thailand to the Malay Peninsula. It is called the Isthmus of Kra. China wants to construct a canal across this strip of land, which would provide it a direct access to the Andaman Sea from the Gulf of Thailand. This would effectively bypass the Malacca Strait, resulting in a reduced travel time and distance for ships. Further, China is trying to build railway and pipeline connectivity with Russia and Central Asia so that it can import energy through land. China is also expanding its influence in Latin America and Africa so that it can diversify and secure its energy imports. We know that as a result of climate change, the glaciers of the Arctic Ocean are melting rapidly. Melting of glaciers is enhancing the ocean's navigability. This has led China to explore shipping lanes in the region in order to bypass the Malacca Strait. Also, China is making substantial investments in renewable energy sources such as solar and wind power to decrease its oil dependency. If you have been following current events, you might have come across China's artificial sun project. In this initiative, scientists are attempting to replicate the nuclear fusion process observed in stars. If scientists succeed in sustaining the fusion reaction in a controlled manner, it could essentially create an artificial sun. That means clean, sustainable, and limitless source of energy. Efforts are being made in this direction. While the prospects sound promising, China will have to face numerous challenges in developing the alternatives we have discussed. Firstly, these solutions would not be readily available. They would demand a significant amount of time. Then massive investments will be necessary for infrastructure development on such a huge scale. We are aware that China is currently grappling with economic slowdown, high debt burden, and financial instability. The Chinese government is facing a substantial shortage of money. Even if it succeeds in somehow arranging funds, political stability in these regions is another crucial factor to consider. And do I even need to tell you about the situations in Pakistan and Myanmar? Significant delays have already occurred in CPEC due to a lack of coordination, disagreements, and protests from local communities. When a project falls behind schedule, costs multiply and uncertainty regarding completion increases. Also, we must not overlook the challenges posed by difficult terrains and potential environmental damage. It remains to be seen how China navigates these obstacles. So today, we explored some examples of China's multi-pronged strategy aimed at resolving the Malacca dilemma. We also gained insights into the challenges that China is likely to encounter in this process. I hope you found this session useful. Thank you for your time.